Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could play a song called Shout by the Isley Brothers. And it starts off with this cool little bass line kind of for our chorus, where you could play low E string on the first fret, third fret on the A, first fret on the low E twice, and then we play open D, and then open A, and then open D twice. So we wanted to kind of follow that bass line and kind of that F, C, F, F, D, A, D, D, F, C, F, F, D, A, D, D. Or the chords that would kind of back that up would start on an F major chord. And you could use this as kind of a bar chord. We'll talk about an easier way to play this too. But you do your first finger across the entire first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the A string third fret, and the pinky on the D string third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now another possibility would be something called F major 7. F major 7. First finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, and the third finger on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really groovy happy. And then from the F, we're going to be going to a D minor chord. We're going to play D minor. First finger goes to the high E on the first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, and the third or the fourth finger on the B string third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the first finger of that, making that a D sus2. Or you could even kind of use that D minor with the third finger to get the pinky in on the high E third fret and get a D sus out of that chord too. So it might be kind of a cool thing to play around with. And actually on the F, you can kind of do that same sort of idea by adding in the pinky on the B string on the third fret, actually, if you're on that F major 7. Or even on the whole F bar, you can kind of take that pinky and kind of add it in on the, kind of get like an F major 6. So you might want to kind of play around with that idea too. Now a lot of times with a song like this though, to support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the F and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. But you could kind of work through that form, kind of that F, down, up, down, up, D minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, down, up, D minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, down, up, D minor, F, D minor. Or randomly, if you're digging on the bar chord, actually, you could kind of throw in a D minor as a bar chord and do it as a first finger bar on the 5th fret, second finger on the B string 6th fret, third finger on the D string 7, and the pinky on the G string 7. You may want to think about using that for your D minor, and that way you've only got to kind of slide and kind of shift the 2, 3, and 4 for that change. Or you might want to kind of lift off the pinky and make that a D minor 7. Could be a very cool change too. Kind of like the D minor, it's kind of a bar exercise. Could be kind of a cool idea too. So you may want to kind of play around with that. Or if a lot of times with a song like this, I like to add basses, and you could kind of throw in a low E string for the bass on the F chord, and then the D string for the bass on the D minor. Or if you're using the F major 7, you can do the D string for the bass. And if you're digging on the bars, you have low E for the bass on the F, and then the A string for the bass on the D minor. So you can kind of play around with that idea too. Now it is kind of that upbeat feel, and if you're quick enough, you can kind of get that bass line to kind of work around the chords too. So you could kind of go bass, up, bass, up, bass, up, bass, up. It's kind of an idea too. Kind of work around those basses that way. So you're trying to bring out that kind of 1, 3, 1, open, 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 kind of around the chords. Too. And we end up repeating that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, between that F and the D minor, and then we hit an F major chord, and then we kind of end up with kind of a big hit on the D minor. So you may want to kind of play around with any of the strum patterns that you know, actually. You can find some other ways to kind of work this too. To kind of work that F D minor change. So we'll kind of play around with that, and then right after our big D minor hit, then we end up kind of going into to our verse part, or our doo-wop bridge, where we got kind of our F major twice, and then we do our D minor twice. So you can really take any of those ways that we're talking about and actually kind of work it that way. Kind of F, D minor, this really cool part that kind of comes in where you kind of hear the bass line change to kind of a low E on the first fret, open A, first fret on the A, second fret on the A, and then third fret on the A, and then first fret on the A, and then open A, and then third on the low E string. So you're kind of following an F, A, B flat, B, C, C, B flat, A, G kind of bass line. And around that, you may want to work it as just an F idea, actually. And you could even just kind of stay on an F with kind of the bass idea. Or if you wanted to, you could kind of work this as almost like a little moving bass thing. And I was kind of digging on this, where you could kind of throw in a C major chord in the middle of all that craziness, where you do first finger on the B string, first fret, second finger on the D string, second fret, and third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. And you could kind of work this as kind of a C major 9 by adding in the pinky on the third fret. Or if you want to make this really hip, you could use a C9, where you do the first finger on the D string, second fret, second finger on the A string, third fret, and third finger over the G, B, and E. Kind of working as kind of a jazzy, kind of cool C9 idea. And what I was kind of digging on is kind of taking the F and doing kind of a bass up, and then following that bass line, open, 1, 2, and then doing the C with kind of a bass up, and then following that bass line back to 1, 3 through that part. So if you wanted to kind of follow that. So it's kind of a bass up, 1, 2, bass up, 1, 3, bass up, 1, 2, bass up, 1, 3, kind of throwing in that C chord. But you really could kind of work it around the F if you're kind of digging more on that. And we ended up repeating those 4 Fs 4 times, and then from there, then we can go back into our main chorus part. So we're back to kind of our F, D minor, F, D minor, and I just completely switched feels on you. But you could kind of work this as kind of a bass down, bass down, bass down, bass down twice really fast on each chord too if you're quick enough. So kind of an F, or you can follow that same bass line. And I'm throwing in a little bit of right hand muting just to kind of make that interesting too. Or you could play around with other basses too, actually, kind of using those same or different notes for the bass line, depending on how you're feeling. And we end up kind of repeating those, that F and D minor, just like our first chorus, but now our stop time is on the F, and we end up doing that F, D minor 3 times, and then there's an F, D minor, and then that's it. And then from there, we go into our bridge part. And our bridge is very, very free form. You may want to kind of start off with kind of a big F major. Now wait a minute. And then we go to B flat major. And the way you play B flat, normally you do this as a first fret bar, third finger over the D, G, and B strings, and kind of work it as kind of a double bar idea. Or you could even use the second finger on the D third, third finger on the G third, pinky on the B string third, and kind of get a B flat major. Or you can make a smaller B flat major by doing first finger on the high E first fret, third finger on the G string third fret, pinky on the B string third fret, kind of work just the top 3 or the top 4 strings. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you can kind of get that second finger in there to kind of fill that out. Or you could even use a B flat 5 power chord where you do first finger on the A string first fret, third finger on the D string third fret, kind of work it's just kind of a big power chord idea. You can even do that for the F, actually, kind of doing first finger on the low E first fret, third finger on the A string third fret, and kind of work the F5. So through that bridge part, you got kind of that F, B flat, waiting, and then F. And then we almost kind of turn that F major into an F7 by kind of lifting off the pinky, and then kind of making that a dominant idea, or kind of keep on using the F. And then we kind of have a free form B flat major, and at the end of that. And then from there, then we go into kind of our outro chorus. And our outro chorus is still kind of around that F and D minor. And you may want to kind of try and get something like through that part. And you'll hear in the background there's some cool little arpeggios where you may want to kind of take the chord, and instead of strumming the whole chord, you may want to try and break up little pieces of the chords. And that could be a cool idea through that. You'll hear kind of that idea kind of in the background through the recording. But the main idea kind of is just kind of the F, D minor, F, D minor, F, D minor, F. And after we get softer, then we get louder. basics of how you can strum through Shout by the Isley Brothers. So good luck!